Hey guys, welcome back. Today we're playing MERCS, which kind of was the sequel to Commando. This is the arcade version on the Capcom Classics Collection Volume 1 on the PlayStation 2, also available for the Xbox, the original Xbox. And it might be on the PSP version, but you'll have to look that up on your own because I don't know offhand. So let's get started. I'm probably going to be terrible at this game. This game's actually pretty fun, but it can be difficult. There's actually a decent port of this on the Sega Genesis, although on the Sega Genesis I don't think it has two-player options. This game does. As you might have noticed by the screen, that this was one of those vertical monitor games. Even though it's a more recent game, still doesn't have that directional shooting or the vertical control that I really like the way Smash TV, Robochan, well, they actually had dual sticks, but the Smash TV and Robochan had. It'd be nice if they actually had a button actually that you could hold, that you could at least shoot, and like it would hold it in that direction. But as you can see, the graphics are a major improvement. The soundtrack's a little bit more inspiring. Difficulty, still difficult. But all in all, it's a really good game. I like it. Now, I can't remember if I finished what I was saying. I was going to say, if you see by the position of the way the screen is, this was one of those games where they put the monitor in sideways, but I already probably said that. There's just so much going on right now. My memory like goes back 5 seconds and that's it. Yes, dinner. So you actually have a health bar, which is nice. It's a little bit more forgiving in this game. Sure, something terrible. Oh, a Harrier jet, of course. So you have this attack that actually apparently works very well. I do salute that attack. Took down a damn Harrier. The grenade in Commando was pretty useless. It barely had a bigger radius than the actual bullets. I like how they're actually throwing bombs instead of grenades, like it's the 1700s or something. Not battling on a pirate ship, folks. But I appreciate you throwing primitive weapons because it gives me more of a chance, but I don't like those machine guns. Damn, I am liking that attack. Probably gonna run out and actually need it later. Is that a can of spinach? Judging by the buildings, it looks like we're in Germany. The only reason why I might know a little bit of what Germany may or may not look like, which I'm probably terribly wrong, is because there's an amusement park, Busch Gardens, and each area is themed over one portion of Europe, and then the German part, all the houses look like that. Well, they're not houses, they're actually shops and stuff. It's a pretty nice amusement park. I'm sure if you're from Europe, though, you probably find it appalling. I couldn't imagine what it'd be like going to an amusement park and it's like a stereotype of America. I would probably hate it so much. And then I think there's a Busch Garden somewhere else that's themed after Africa. But that's way off topic. Oh, here, I'm supposed to go here. This is a nice gun. It was a nice tank. But I blew it up. Because I don't approve of your tank. You didn't renew the registration, so we're gonna have to take that. I saw on Twitter, speaking of vehicles, and I know most of you probably watch this channel, and if you're watching, congratulations on your passing your car test. I remember when I first took mine, I actually failed it. I had this really mean lady who yelled at me for failing it because she was super anal about all the rules. There's no leeway. I got a younger person the next time and passed easy. I also didn't have that much experience on the road. My parents were just like, get behind the car and drive, because they were super busy, so I didn't have enough time to actually do behind the wheel stuff. But I remember how stressful that was. So Steve Benway, if you're watching, congratulations on passing your car exam stuff, because I knew that's such a pain in the ass. I'm actually not sure if I could pass it now, at least here, unless I got somebody who's lenient again, because they're super picky about the littlest mistake. It's such a pain in the ass. Oh yes, you only can shoot his little thing up. Now I'm out. That's not cool. Looks like this tank has every feature imaginable on it. Even a self-destruct. That's probably my favorite feature of the tank, unless I was actually driving it. Then I probably wouldn't be so fond of that feature. Why it has a headset is beyond me. It looks like the Xbox 360 headset or something, like if you were doing telemarketing. How you would hear while being shot at is beyond me, but you know, suspension of disbelief, I guess. So I do like this sequel way better than Commandos. Aside the Sega Genesis version, I don't know what other systems this came on, or if it did or didn't. But I'm sure you could easily find that information either on Wikipedia or YouTube. Well, this game actually lets you get a little bit further with 1/4 than Commando ever did. Commando is pretty brutal. Well, that came out around the same time as Gunsmoke, which is pretty insane. So I gotta enter. I guess we're going up. Up to the Bridge of Doom. Alright, it looks like there's a Metal Gear up there. Or anti-aircraft guns. Same difference. Actually, they're completely different. Is this a that's not even the boss, I bet. That's just something to be annoying. The icons are a little bit more creative than actually just having the letter. There's my burger. Now, if this had dual joystick control or the rotary control, which maybe it does and I don't know how to use it, I've had that happen before, but if it does have this control, it would make this game way easier, including Commando, but I do not. As far as I know, it doesn't have it. Oh, can I walk through there? These guys are pretty unforgiving. Just like that attack is. Enter. Does that mean I can shoot that? Oh man, I really want to shoot that gun. Yeah. Get to shoot turrets, excuse me, turrets. That's actually pretty cool. That's sort of a modern feature on first-person shooters. Maybe they were a fan of MERCS. And honestly, so far, how could you not be a fan of MERCS? Has that 80s action you know and love. He has a super cool headset. Is he wearing shades? I don't know, but I wouldn't be surprised if he was. Alright. Oh, it's a big helicopter. What the hell do they call those things? I'm thinking of Metal Gear. What's a Russian gunship doing here? I can't remember what they're called. I actually would have been more afraid of the Harrier though, but they made this a lot better. I believe they're called a Hind D. That's what it is. Yeah. Too bad there's all that jet fuel or gasoline inside of there. Or you might have survived somehow. I wonder if those things have one of those ejector seats before it blows up. Oh, he doesn't have shades, but he has that Terminator Kyle Reese headphone set that looks like he's playing Xbox Live or calling you, bugging you on who you're gonna vote for, like they have with me. So Mark from Classic Game Room would automatically like this game because it has a flamethrower, and honestly, it's a pretty sweet flamethrower, so I could see why he might. If you ever watch Classic Game Room, Mark always gets pretty stoked when he reviews the games when there's a flamethrower. Classic Game Room Undertow is a pretty cool channel to watch too, but I usually only like Derek's and who's that other guy, because sometimes he reviews stuff with Mark, TJ, and Derek. The other people I don't care for as much because they're kind of monotone, like I guess the channel is. I'm not complaining. I mean, I'm just saying, like, if I'm gonna watch a really popular channel like Classic Game Room, those are my favorite ones to particularly watch because they actually review games. I don't mind it if you're not like super enthusiastic while you're playing the game, but if you're reviewing it, sometimes like just a monotone review can get boring because they have crazy production values at Classic Game Room. I'm being kind of ridiculous because I feel bad because I know my channel's like not super awesome and in depth. I like the flamethrower, that's cheering me up. Does that ever get old? And I like how it's still effective in water. So like nobody's particularly bad on Classic Game Room Undertow. Listen to me trying to defend myself. It's just that Mark, Derek, and TJ have my personal favorite reviews. They just present it in an interesting way. But that's like a popular channel. Like if you replied to them, unlike most of the people in that retro gaming community that either subscribe to me or I've subscribed to them, like everybody's really cool about replying. But if you sent Classic Game Room or Classic Game Room Undertow a message, the odds of you getting a response are next to nothing, and it's not their fault. They probably are able to in the beginning. It's just that they have so many damn people doing it. Which is why they had, I've seen a few videos about what's the perfect number to have for your YouTube channel. This boat's pretty intimidating. Nice use of shadows. Alright. It doesn't actually look like it hits them. Maybe it's the radiation that's destroying it. But yeah, like I was saying, that's why it's like sometimes you need like it's nice to have a lot of subscribers, but I imagine, like I said in other videos and like I've seen in other ones, you get to a point where you're not going to be able to reply to anyone, which is one of my favorite parts of the community, is being able to communicate and talk back and forth. But I'm going to stop here. I'm starting to ramble and this video is getting long. I know you guys don't like to watch the long videos. I try to save those for like the extended play or playthrough videos, and these videos are kind of short, which I tend to watch the shorter videos too. I kind of make the extended play just for I guess my entertainment and whoever's interested in it. And there's some games that I would just like, I wouldn't mind watching if I was super like bored and there's nothing on TV and you could just watch a whole playthrough like a TV show sort of deal. That's why I don't insist on making a lot of them, but when I do, hopefully they're cool. But I'm rambling on again. I want to stop the video here. Thanks you guys again for watching, and if you haven't subscribed and you've been watching this channel and liked what you've seen, please subscribe. I know I'm asking, begging you to subscribe. I'm not really like that, but I'm just saying, like, I remember when I first started watching videos and I really liked them. It's super stupid to think about, but I would just keep on looking up the same person instead of subscribing them, and it was just better to subscribe because then you could see when the person added new videos and stuff like that. I was kind of stubborn about that, but then you can start leaving messages and people reply. This is all if you're new to YouTube, particularly if you're like one of those people on Breaking Amish and you're seeing YouTube for the same time. I'm trying to help you guys out. Breaking Amish, if you don't know about that, shows where the Amish kids are allowed to go out into the outside world and actually see what it's like to live in there for a while. Man, I'm driving a Jeep. No, I don't want to stop. If this is any indication of this game, it's pretty awesome. This is a nice arcade shooter. It's also available on the Sega Genesis, like I said, the Xbox versions of Capcom Classics Collection Volume 1. Don't know about the PSP version. Again, Sega Genesis, Mega Drive if you can't find that. Highly recommend it. A fun, old school, blow everything up, 80s style action game. Really can't go wrong if you like this type of game. Alright guys, thanks again for watching, and take care, and make sure you check out my list of other people's channels too, because there's a lot of good channels. If you like my channel, like there's a lot of other good channels you should check out. Like if you look on the right hand side of my channels list, there's a list that's called other cool channels that you should watch. You should definitely check out those people's channels. There is hope. I wish there was more room to add more people, because there's a lot of cool channels. I don't know if you can look at what other people subscribe to, but if you can, pretty much anyone I've subscribed to is pretty awesome. But if that's all you can see, definitely check out their channels if you like mine, because they kind of do similar videos and it's pretty awesome. Alright guys, again, this is like probably the 4th or 5th time I was about to say goodbye, but I'm going to do it for real this time, I promise. So, thanks again guys, and take care. Bye.